Hi guys, here we are. It's another Flosstube video, and sorry it has been a long while, but today is the 13th of July. It has been a very long while, and the only reason I can say for that is because I'm at home and it's really hard to find time to record a video. Like, I'm probably going to be rushing in this video before someone comes home, because I'm alone in the house right now. It's just me, and not to mention it is hard to find at least very good lighting in this house. The only place I can really record is in this room, and I share this room with my sister. So it's really hard to find a time to be alone and record, basically. And also no background noise. But here we are, finally get time to sit down. I'm finally going to show you what I've been working on. And obviously to make things a little bit easier, we are going back to June. If you want to see all my Mirabilia May stuff, there was last video where I did show some of my Mirabilia May stuff. And also just look at my Instagram, I'll link it down below if you are interested and you don't have Instagram but you want to look anyway. But besides that, there are two things I'm going to be showing which I did work on in Mirabilia May, and I will show the pictures from Instagram here so you can see like a before and after between May and June. But with that, we're going to start with a little bit of a haul, and this is one thing I want to show you. I got a new diary for my cross-stitch things because the diary I was using to plan out like my rotations and stuff was coming to an end. Like, it was an academic one, so it was going from July to June this year, and so it was becoming out of use. So I thought I'd do a bit of digging, and I saw that Sarah the Stitch Mummy had a diary just like this one. It is a different design, but I found I was looking for a similar diary to hers. This is undated, so you can just put in your own date. And that's what I was looking for. And I found mine on Etsy through a UK seller. I also found it on Amazon as well, if for whatever reason you can't use Etsy. But if you are from the UK, I will link I will link the Etsy shop down below, but I'll also link the Amazon link down below if you have seen Sarah the Stitch and Mummy use her diary and also want to get one like this. I just watched Sarah the Stitch and Mummy's video when she actually showed this diary, and I just copied what it said on the front and did a little bit of digging and found mine on Etsy. I got the pink because I'm a fan of pink, as you can tell. I've already I need to mark these months and stuff, but this is how my June looks. I do give myself break days because I don't stitch every day like some people do, which is why I'm probably absent a few times, because I'm just like, I didn't stitch today, so what's the point in showing anything, because I just didn't stitch today. And obviously I have other hobbies as well, so I do leave myself break days, but then I do try and say if I can at least work on Spring Queen over the weekends, it's fine, and I'll definitely be doing that when I go back to university. So I have my weekends to work on my stitching, at the very least. So yeah, that's kind of like what I've got. But that's like, I don't use this as much as say Sarah the Stitch Mummy does, but I do like, it's small, it's tiny, and I can take it pretty much anywhere. Like, I got the same size as hers. But like I said, I'll link the shops down below, the places where you can get them if you're from the UK. I don't know what shop you can get them if you're in the US or anywhere else, but if you're from the UK, I'll link them down below. Now, I have one more thing to show you in my haul. Let me just bring her out. I recently won another Mirabilia off eBay, and I got Fairy Moon. She was a piece like on my list, like on my out of print list that I would want, but not like one that I'm actually actively searching for. There's only one piece I'm actively searching for at this time, and that's Seaside Kingdom. Still haven't found it yet, but we're getting somewhere. But I am still looking for it. But I did find Fairy Moon on eBay. I put a bid down, and there we go, she's mine. I think she's number 5. So she's like old. This is 1993. That was before I was born. So this pattern could potentially be older than me. So yeah, that's her on the back. It's absolutely amazing to own this, and I have plans to this already. Like, I'm going to use a similar colour palette to Stargazer. So her dress is going to be blue instead of this like creamy colour. So this is all going to be blue. And the shawl that she's holding there is going to be a brighter purple than what is charted. Her wings are going to be more of a purple, and I think this bit here is going to be more of a darker blue, but it's going to have a similar colour scheme to Stargazer, and the fabric is going to be blue spruce, which is the same fabric I used for Stargazer, but it's going to be 32 count because my Stargazer was on 28 count and I'm not doing Mirabilia on 32 count again. So she'll be she's the only piece I'm doing on 28 count, I mean. But yep, because this piece has stars and stuff, I feel like they'll really stand out on the blue fabric. It would just make sense. But I don't plan to start that until maybe next year. But that's just something to decide a bit later. So that's my haul, and I'm gonna go into what I worked on in June. But the one piece I'll probably show every video will be obviously Spring Queen, because she's my focus right now. I'd love her to be the first seasonal queen I finish, and she's getting there. So I've worked on her mostly in June. So I'm going to show what I posted on Insta, and this right here. Here she is. So she's on 32 count antique white, and I've been mostly working on this portion of the dress here. The ribbon will come down like this, so there's just this portion here that I want to work on. So I'm going from here and just working my way down. There was some holes that were like further up in the dress that I filled in, and then again I just brought them down into the dress, and I was able to finish some colours in her ribbon as well. So like this had some holes and I filled that in. There's still a little bit here to fill in, but I'm going to wait until I come further on to this part of the dress. But right now I'm just working on this front bit of the dress because I want to work on that, and then I'll come back and do the back portion of the dress. But yeah, she's absolutely beautiful. I did work on, since showing you last time, I've finished all the beads in her head and nearly completely done. So I still need to do some green beads in her hair, but the crown is mostly done, and I've done all these red beads, and her earring is mostly done. I think there's one more colour of beads that need to go in there, and then there's one bead in here. I did start some beading in her sleeves, but I realised there's some back stitching which I want to do first, so I'm going to have to wait for that. And I also did all the beads around the outside of her flowers. If you can see, you can't really see the colours on it, but yeah, you can, oh there you go, like if I just catch the light here. But yeah, there's some green beads around the outside of her flowers which I just filled in, and yeah, I was just bored one time and I was like, I want to do some beading, because sometimes I get bored of stitching and just beading sounds fun. So that's Spring Queen. I don't know how much stitching I've done exactly on her, because I don't exactly count my stitches. But see, that's Spring Queen. So the next piece I have written on my list in here is Summer Queen. I pulled her out for the first day of summer because I thought, why not? And she needed some love and attention, and I wanted to work a bit more on her face. I was just interested in working on her. She likes Spring Queen. She's on 32 count antique white, so just off-white. So I'll show again the picture from Instagram here, and she is. So for Mirabilia in May, I wanted the goal of finishing her head, and I did. So this is all backstitched here, and I think I did one colour in her hair, and now I've started adding more colours to her hair, so you can see. But yeah, to get to her face, there was a white in the feather quill that she's holding. I just worked up there because I was like, it's quicker. Then I can get to her neck and work up her face. And I did a little bit down here because I was just finishing a colour off a string. So go. There is one more colour of skin I don't think I filled in, which is around here somewhere, which I still need to fill in. But I've been busy going from the top down to try and finish her head. So yeah, that's Spring Queen, Summer Queen. I don't know when I plan to bring her out. I would like to bring her out for the first day of Australian summer, which is, I think it's around the time of our first day of our first day of winter. But I'll think about it, but I don't know if she'll come out for a while. I am planning on bringing Autumn Queen out again for the first day of our autumn. So she gets some love and attention, because I've recently finished one colour in her hair. If you've seen that on my Instagram. But anyway, we're rushing through this. This next piece I pulled out on the 11th of June, as I remember, because it was my brother's birthday, and this is a piece for my brother. I'm going to need to pull out my Kindle Fire so I can show you a picture. So obviously I use Pattern Keeper, and I had my Kindle Fire for that. I need to show. So this is what the pattern looks like. This is from Country Magic Stitch. I was able to get the pattern that was compatible for Pattern Keeper, but that's what the picture looks like. It's from Jurassic Park, and my brother is a massive Jurassic Park fan, so this is for him. I know Sarah the Stitcher Mummy is doing one from Star Wars, I think. Not that I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not even a fan of this. But I'm doing this on 28 count 2/1 half stitches, like what Sarah Stitch Mummy's doing with Visit Endor. Just a minute. So I think this is Antique Ivory, the colour. Not that I care much for the colour because it's going to be covered anyway. I started in the middle with this one because it was close to the dinosaur and I wanted to see the dinosaur, which is like the central. It's kind of like the central piece of the pattern. So that's what it looks like now so far, and it's tiny. This is one of my first pieces I did 2/1 half stitches. It's all solid colours. I'm really liking it so far. But yeah, I'm loving seeing this little dinosaur just come to life. So I don't know when I'll get this finished, honestly, because I've got other pieces, but it's nice to have this little dinosaur. So it's really fun to do. It's really fun to see. I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, I have it on Pattern Keeper. I have two other full coverage pieces I'm showing you. One I did start very recently, which I'll be showing you in a bit. So my next full coverage piece, I'm showing my full coverage pieces now. I'm just going to pull it up on my thing. Is this, which is the Treasure Hunt bookshelf from Amy Stewart, and she's done other pieces like A Stitch in Time or A Stitching Shelf. But yeah, this is where it is so far. I'm keeping it on my Q-snap. All my other pieces I now use a hoop. It just makes it easier. But yeah, this is where I am now, compared to last time if I can find a picture. But this is where I am with it now. There is a lot of trailing threads on the back, like it's a mess. But I started in the corner, I'm just working my way through it. This is a tree. This is part of the sky. I did fill in this bit here. I'm literally just like finding colours from the top and working them down and like just feathering them out till my string runs out. This is are some books, so we're starting to see some books, and I've made it to the bottom of the page. This here is the bottom of page 1, so we've got somewhere with this. I'm literally just working on this first page and just like filling in the page, and then I'll go along and do the next page and fill that in. But I don't pull out my full coverage pieces as much as my my fancy ladies, but yeah, and it's a big piece, so I'm probably going to be working on this for the next 5 years. And I have a start which I want to show you, which is, this is Mini Princess of the Sea. I know Sarah the Stitch Mummy's doing this one as well, and I have a tiny start on this, but I like it because of the pretty mermaid, and I really want to get to the mermaid. I really do. But I'm trying to be good with myself. Right now I'm just up in this cloud here that you can see. But this is Mini Princess of the Sea. It's the mini version. It's not. It's the same one as that Sarah the Stitch Mummy's doing, if you're familiar with that. So that's just my tiny start. This is on 28 count even weave. It's just a grey colour. I think it's a similar colour to Sarah Stitch and Mummy's, but I don't think it's the same, but it is grey. In the light, it's got a bluey colour to it, so it looks really nice. So this is 2/1 half stitches. I never mentioned that Treasure Hunt bookshelf is also 2/1 half stitches, and it's on it's an off-white. It's the same colour as like 3865 if you're familiar with that on the DMC colours list. But yeah, both of them are 2/1 half stitches. So in a minute I will get into my plan. Okay, so plans. I'm wanting to work some more on, this is Villa Mirabilia. I got her off eBay quite recently, and I know Desiree, the Addicted Stitcher, who's another one of my favourite Flosstubers, has just started this, so I don't know, I think she's just in the middle, and I'm like got this much done. I just want to work on it because I haven't pulled her out in a while. The last time I pulled her out was for Mirror May, and she is my biggest fancy lady, obviously. She's massive, but I would like to work just a little bit up here and do a little bit of the bush, because I worked my way up so I could start the arch, and I was like, I could do this border when I'm like in lectures, when I don't know if we're going to be face to face or online next year, but if we are online, this is just going to be fun to do. Just in lectures, I can just work on this aimlessly and just keep going. But I would also like to work just a little bit on the bush because I don't know, I think I'm kind of done working on with her. I was kind of going from like the top, like from the top bit down, like those, because there's holes in the flowers and the ribbons, and I'm just bringing it down to the beautiful colours of her dress. And I think I mentioned I wanted to work a little bit on this piece of fabric here, because then it curls around to the top here, so I could at least get to the bottom of her dress, but I'm a little bit bored of that. I just want to work on the bush. I don't know when I'll obviously be done with her, but she's a huge piece. She's on 32 count cream linen. I thought it would work well with the pot because the pot has some fabric show through. I couldn't find the fabric that she was called for. I wanted to do her on the called for fabric, but I couldn't find it. So I went with this cream fabric instead, because I thought it would go with the pot, obviously. So it works really well, and I'm really happy with that. So I'm just gonna shut this back up. So that's Villa Mirabilia, and then we come into Christmas in July, and I have 3 pieces marked for this month, 2 pieces that I want to work on, and a new start. This is Royal Holiday. I'll show you that in a minute, but I will start with, I'm going to start with Snow Queen. I did work on her a little bit after Mirror May was finished, but I don't have a before for that. I might do somewhere, but if there is, then you'll probably see it. But this is the starting point for this. I started in the middle with this, and I'm working up, and I wanted to do the shawls, and there's French knots on a shawl which I've never done before, so I thought I'd do them. And I've made a decision regarding this piece. I'm going to show you the picture because I realised I didn't show you. This is from a magazine that someone had sent me because I said that I was interested in doing the pattern. I might laminate these or maybe photocopy them so they're on better paper, because this is old magazine paper and it's starting to like crumple and it's going to get ruined. So I think I'm going to make a working copy of this. So, or I might take a picture and put it on like a PDF reader and blow it up on my iPad, and might make it a bit easier to look at. But this is Snow Queen from Shannon Christine Designs. You can get it on her website now, but a lovely lady from Instagram said she had this in a magazine and wanted to send it over, which I'm absolutely grateful for, so thank you for that. But this is what she looks like, and I've made a decision. There are trees in the background and I'm not going to do them. I might do the snow on the ground, I haven't decided yet, probably not, but I'm not going to do like the tree. I'm just going to do the lady, because the white is made up of like 3 different shades, and I don't have the best eyes in the world. It's really hard to see. So I'm just going to do the lady. I am going to do the beads for like her magic. I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to do like the tree or anything. I'm just going to do the lady. I think that would just be nice enough. And I thought I'd pull her out for Christmas in July, because obviously she's a wintry piece, and that's why I'm also bringing out Winter Queen. So I'm going to be working on, where's my diary? But I've put them in a specific order. I think I've set to start Royal Holiday on the 25th of July because it's Christmas. So no, that's August. Yeah, I'm doing Snow Queen on the 23rd and the 24th, Royal Holiday on the 25th and the 26th, and then Winter Queen on the 27th and the 28th. So there. So I will show you now. This is Winter Queen that I've got here. This is Winter Queen. Oh, I never mentioned that Snow Queen is on a fabric flare fabric called Bermuda, and it's like this mottled blue, and it works really well. It's on 14 count Aida. But yeah, back to Winter Queen. Obviously she's going to be the last piece I pull out near the end of the month. Here she is. I want to be able to get us to finish just her face with like back stitching and all. I only have 2 days on her, but I want to finish her face because I have like half of it, and that's what I did for Mirror May. So yeah, I'd like to finish her face and get some back stitching done. And I've obviously thought, with it being Christmas in July, I thought I would start Royal Holiday because Christmas in July, and then I've got my winter pieces surrounding that because Christmas is in winter. Well, if you're over here anyway. This will be my new start. She is in the same bag as Fairy Moon, so I do have a place to keep Fairy Moon. So this is Royal Holiday. I got her brand new off eBay, and I'll be starting her for Christmas in July. And she is going to be on, this is the fabric I've chosen for her. This is 32 count antique ivory, which is what my Mother's Bliss was on, and I thought this would work really well with this. So my iPad got full, had to delete some things, but as I was saying, that's my plans for Jolly July. New Start, Royal Holiday, and 2 pieces winter pieces that I want to work on. And that's pretty much it for everything I have to show you. My plans after July to do Arbitrary August, which is something coined by Sarah the Stitcher Mummy, which is the idea of randomly picking your pieces. I know she does it where it's like she does like 3 separate wheels, and it's like small, medium, and large, and then she picks one at random each time. I don't have enough pieces for that. Not to mention that many of my pieces are really big. But I've made a decision. I have it marked down in here that I'm going to work on my pieces like 4 days a week. And there's only one piece I won't put in the wheel, and that will be Spring Queen, because that's obviously my focus piece and I've worked on it a lot. So I've cut that out of the wheels. But there are also some days where I haven't marked Arbitrary August at all, especially this week, because I have something coming up and we're going on a London trip. We're going on a trip, so I've marked that out as well, because obviously I'm not going to be I'm not going to take my cross stitch piece with me, because I probably won't be able to squeeze in my cross stitching. So I do have these days blank free, because there will be time where I'm probably not doing anything, so these 3 days are just left blank. If I want to work on the piece that was chosen the days before, I can do that, or I can just pull out Spring Queen if I want to, so she at least gets some time that month, which I'm probably going to mark her in for those 3 days, and I'll just mark her in as Spring Queen. But the other days, I've got 4 days to work on each piece. I think there's 7 pieces. I have a total of 10 pieces. 10 if you count Royal Holiday, which obviously she'll be started by then. So 1, 2, 3, 4... No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 5 pieces out of the 10, so the other 5 won't get worked on, and I'll probably put them into a rotation next month. I'll probably put them into the rotation in September when I go back to uni. And at some point I plan to kit up the letter G Fairy from Laura Corbett, because I'm going to be starting one for my cousin for her 18th. Her 18th will be in February, so I will obviously be rushing to finish that. But other than that, like, I've got no other plans. So with that in mind, I put this video to an end, and I don't know when I'll see you. I want to do regular videos, like I maybe want to do like one big video for Arbitrary August, so like I'll record a little bit each week and put it all together in one big video. Like I'll record little clips every time I sit down to choose a piece, and I'll put it all together in one big video, and I'll post it in September. So that's my plan. Like I think is what Sarah the Stitch Mummy did. Like she did like a video each week, and where she posted like a video each week. I'm gonna do one for like the whole of the month. So I'll just sit down every time I come to choose my piece. That's my plan for Arbitrary August. But there's really nothing much to talk about, so I will see you. Probably the next video will be the Arbitrary August video. Probably no more updates after this, so I'll see you in the next video, so see ya!